Mr. Dhawan, let's get the snowball rolling here. Can India realistically implement this no insurance, no fuel system, or do you think this isn't a good idea? This is a good idea, but it won't work on the ground. Simply enforcement and compliance will become two tools that is going to make way for more inconvenience than actual compliance. What's your opening submission here, sir?
It may be a good idea, but I don't think this is feasible because our population itself is so volatile, and
Yeah,
you've seen what has happened in the latest Gen Z demonstrations and all.
yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you even think of doing something like this, and how are you going to control those young uh, boys and girls who take law in their own hands, and those poor salesmen on the petrol pumps, they'll get beaten up and for whatever it's worth. So I don't think it's feasible, but although it's a good idea that
Yeah, and
insurance
why I'm saying that is
has to
because,
be.
sir, and I agree where you're coming from, then that becomes a problem of enforcement. If we're not able to rein in the people who actually have to follow the rules, let alone follow the guidelines and the guidance of the Honorable Supreme Court, that's a completely different thing, whether how we implement what is being asked to implement. But isn't it a good thing for all those young ones that you just cited, sitting behind those driver wheels, let's say they meet an accident and then the victims are running helter skelter, running from pillar to post just for some kind of conveyance fee, some kind of money that is to be meted out to them.
Now, insurance is a must. There is no doubt about it, and it should come naturally to everybody. But it's unfortunately most of our two-wheeler users, they try to avoid and not buy the insurance for whatever reason they have. But insurance is something which is a must for all, irrespective of what they are driving, two-wheelers,
Yeah, yeah.
four-wheelers, three-wheelers, anything. That's a must. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, okay. So good idea, but is it feasible or not? That's the opening submission coming from Mr. Dhawan. Mr. Kulshresht, I'll come to you next. The Supreme Court says 56% of the vehicles are uninsured. That's a whopping number, by the way. I mean, 16 point something crore numbers, and that number could be up as well. Those are the official data cited by the parliamentary committee. The numbers could have gone up as well. Is this lack of insurance out there on our roads primarily an enforcement failure, or has motor insurance become too expensive? It has become too complicated for the motorists out there to buy and purchase?
Kabir, it's very simple. It's already mandatory as per our law.
Yeah.
Because if police is asking some document, then this is a insurance document, PUC documents, license, RC, this all are mandatory. So it's nothing new into this, only the matter of the poor enforcement and poor political will. To be very frank, and this is a very funny idea because for last so many years, already there are number of drives, no helmet, no fuel. And what has happened to that drive? The
That's right.
similar drive is like this, because in 80% of the cities in India, we don't have any enforcement agency who's enforcing anything, like traffic police and all. So where it will be implemented and why it will be implemented? So this is a funny type of judgment or the idea which has been for the pilot
Okay,
project.
okay. I have two questions
So
for you,
when
Mr.
it is
Kulshresht.
when it
You're
is
right. You're right.
mandatory.
It's not
Yes.
something that's new, and you gave us the right example. No helmet, no fuel. But how often do we see that actually happening? You look at the CNG pumps. You have to have a valid certification to get that gas. But how many times you get away with it? You get your gas casket filled up with CNG, even though you don't have that, the actual certificate. The point that I'm trying to get at is that the Honorable Supreme Court is saying, let's try a pilot project. What's wrong with trying a pilot project here? And Delhi could be setting the blueprint for the rest of the nation.
It's like just here I'm giving one example. Suppose in a combined family, it's a common law. There's drink is not allowed in this family. And then we are enforcing for 4 or 5 children. Okay, start enforcement on these 4 or 5 persons only. Why? It's a common policy in a family. If you have not to drink in the if any family member will not drink. It means it's very simple. It is mandatory already. why there is a pilot project for like 1 city or 2 cities or 3 cities? If you are implementing in a city like Delhi,
Because of the technology here, sir, because of the technology. Maybe, you have the handheld devices for all the cops. There is each alarm setup and an infrastructure that can carry that out. You have those cameras that can look at the verification and the registration numbers of, the plates of the cars, and then they can clearly identify who is paid for their insurance, who has renewed their insurance, and who hasn't.
sir, we have the data of every vehicle registered with our agencies. Number two, we have the data from the insurance company which has been registered or not, or which has insured or not. Why don't you take the action directly? Why are we waiting for all these things? We do have data. There's no need of any further technology. It's just a passing of the time. Insurance company data plus registered vehicle data. It's very simple. These are unregistered and these are not insured. And take the action immediately on these vehicles. Ultimately, enforcement agency has to come forward to take any type of implementation or this drive. This is a very simple case. In that case, also enforcement agencies has to come forward. And in the previous case also, if you have the data from the insurance company, if you have the data from our registered agencies, club that data and you'll come to know that these are the filtered vehicle which are not insured, and take the action against that.
But data
Ultimately,
versus real-time compliance, data versus what's happening real-time right in front of you, I think something's got to give. Mr. Dhawan, you see, initially you said that it's a nice idea, doesn't seem feasible, but Mr. Kulshrestha here, he says that there is not a lot of merit in what the Honorable Supreme Court has said, and it's quote-unquote funny as well. I mean, how can you expect our fuel pumps to become checkpoints and places where checkups are going to be done?
No, that's a fact. I mean, how do you expect a petrol pump owner or a salesman to become an authority of judgment where who to give fuel and who not to give fuel? It's all for the enforcement agencies to be able to follow up these people who are not getting their vehicles insured. And our enforcement agencies also, they have double standards, whether they want to do it or they don't. You see those cops standing on the road, they don't care. They don't stop anybody from crossing the red light or crossing even the zebra line. So the point is, I mean, our system is lopsided.